Hi everybody, I'm here to report on yesterday's fantastic 1-0 win against St Mirren in Paisley. Don't worry, I'm only joking. It wasn't a fantastic win. It was a terrible game, boring game, run-of-the-mill, drudgery type game, but the kind of game you have to win, and the sort of game we've not been winning in the last, month or so. If you think about it, St Mirren away, it's always been a difficult game for us, no matter how we've been playing, how they've been playing. It's just get a win, because I would say in the last few years, I don't think we've won there by more than one goal. I really don't. We've drawn, we've lost. And when we do win, it's usually a goal. So we shouldn't have been surprised or angry at yesterday's result. We won, we got 3 points, clean sheet. Even better, we've got 2 home games coming up where we might even end up top of the league, albeit briefly. So anyhow, what made it worse was, it was one of these days as well. The pitch isn't brilliant, but it was a blustery, rainy day with intermittent sunshine, not great conditions. We did try to play football. We did get it down, pass it about quite neatly, actually, but there was no real threat. We had, I think, 17 shots at goal, 7 on target. So I suppose, that's not too bad. I think St Mirren had 1 shot on goal, and if I remember correctly, it was a header, a team header straight at Butland, so no danger. And the other 6, I don't know where they went or how they came about, but that's the stats. So anyhow, it was a comfortable win. If a 1-0 away at St Mirren can never be comfortable. There's not a lot to say. Chimiti missed the one chance he had, I would say. It was a good goal, lovely chip from Raskin, the edge of the box to the far post, and there's Romans running in, jumps up about 3 feet to volley it into the net with his side of his foot. Brilliant goal. If only he'd done that in the Celtic game at the beginning of the second half when we were 2-0 up, and he didn't even have to jump up for that one, and he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. 3-0 would have won that game. So that's life. Don't think about it again. There's not a lot to say about this game. One of the things I want to say is Tavernier, Captain Heroic, get him out the team. Aimless punts up the middle, overhit crosses. Every time he took a corner on the left, it went 30 feet up in the air like a rugby player's kick, and then just dropped down to nobody. The box was crowded with St Mirren players, obviously. So he was shocking as usual with his crossing and his passing. Just a total liability. No, take it back. He did one good thing. He had a shot, I think it was in the second half. He had a shot from about 20 yards. Lovely shot, curling in just inside the right-hand post, and the goalie had to dive across and palm it past for a corner. Great save. So that was the one good thing your captain did in the whole game. Get him out, and I don't want to see him starting games from now on when we're only playing 1 game a week. So anyhow, that was a bad thing. Good thing, Giga and Fernandes were comfortable, confident, competent. Not that they had a lot to do, but what they had, they did well, very competently. Romans and Raskin, I thought, were the best guys in the team. 2 strikers never got a chance made for them, apart from that one I mentioned, but they worked hard. Skov Olsen came on as a sub, so maybe he's getting the message he's not an automatic starter. And by the way, I just discovered Skov in Danish means scared. So Scared Olsen came on, did nothing, usual, didn't try and get past the fullback, kept cutting in, passing the ball off to somebody as soon as he could, all usual. And I noticed the old Celtic player, what's his name, Vikhorst, he was in the stand because he's the assistant Danish manager. So if he's looking at him with an eye to the World Cup, should they qualify, I don't think they've qualified yet, he won't be recommending him to the manager because he does nothing. He's terrified of going up against players, especially kind of bruisers that he comes up against in our league. So at least he didn't start. That was something. Good to see Barron coming on for, 20 minutes or so. He looks as if he could be featuring more regularly and run into the title. So that was good news. But as for that, nothing else to write home about. Gassama, another terrible game. Another game on the right. Managers know nothing. Why is he playing him on the right? Well, you ask any fan in the next game at Ibrox, 50,000 people, do a a mobile phone app survey or something, and I bet you nobody says, yeah, Gassama should start on the right, but a wonderful manager who knows everything, he thinks that's where he should be. Early on, I think it was Raskin laid a lovely pass off to him. He's inside the box, slight angle. He hits it with his right foot. A woeful effort that spun 10 yards past the near post. Not even the far post, the near post. That's how bad a shot it was. So he did next to nothing. So he shouldn't be starting either. His confidence is gone. I don't know what else to say about the actual mechanics of the match. So I'll now go into a rant about Steve McLean, the referee. I reckon he's number 5 in the anti-Jers referees list. This would be my order. Walsh, Clancy, McDermott, Robertson, and then McLean. 2 shocking decisions. Let's start with the main one. Raskin header. This is nothing each at the time. Raskin header. He's about 2-3 yards away from Gogic inside the box, obviously. Gogic is facing him. We can see the ball coming. It still hits off his fist and gets diverted. It was heading towards goal. Nothing. Not a penalty, not a red card, nothing. You think back to the Sterling one Celtic got a couple of weeks ago. Sterling's 2 feet away from Maeda, heading it down, hitting off his arm. He knows nothing about it. Nobody claims for it. Yesterday's against St Mirren, everybody, at least the Rangers team, was claiming for a penalty. Referee, nothing. VAR, nothing. I mean, it's about 2 yards away. He's facing the ball. You can see it coming towards him. His left hand, he sticks it. It's not in against his side or across his stomach or anything. He sticks it out and he hits it with his hand, fists it practically, and that's not a penalty. Absolutely shocking. And to make things even worse, I watched the highlights of the Dundee derby later, and Simon Murray, a penalty against him. He's standing in the corner of the 18-yard box, just inside the corner. The United player's trying to chip the ball to the left wing, so it's not a shot at goal or anything. He's just trying to pass it out to the left wing. It hits off his right hand, penalty kick. So that's a penalty, but the Gogic one isn't. Shocking. After that, some St Mirren bruiser just went straight in on Chermiti, studs on the ankle. Chermiti goes down. Oh, we get a foul. Well done, Steve McLean. Not even a yellow card. Most times they're looking at that on VAR saying, sorry mate, that's a red card. Change it from the yellow to the red. He didn't even give a yellow. Unbelievable. So there's 2 decisions just on their own that shows you what a terrible ref he is. Oh, in fact, one player booked in this game, one player in the whole game. Oh, Giga. 90-something minute, just outside the box. The St Mirren guy's barging in, the big St Mirren, I don't know if it's a Lunga or something like that. He's got his back to Giga. He's barging into him. He's trying to bully him off the ball. Giga's just standing his ground. He's got his arms round, half round him, I would say, and he just falls down. So there's Steve McLean's chance to cement his place as number 5 in the anti-Jers referees list. So he gives a free kick, 22 yards out, right in the centre of the pitch. Great chance maybe to get a late equaliser, and that would really endear him to his fellow refs. But no, it went to nothing. So hard luck, Stephen. You tried your best, denied as a penalty, denied a red card to St Mirren. Oh, and by the way, the funniest bit was Gogic getting stuck in, fouling people all over the place, and he stuck the head on his own player. The player had to go off, had to be subbed. Gogic, blood streaming from his head, had to get patched up a couple of times actually. And I could only be thankful that A, he didn't stick the head on one of our players, and B, that Steve McLean didn't book one of our players for him sticking the head on another St Mirren player. So there's always a silver lining in clouds of support, I suppose, and there's plenty of clouds yesterday at the St Mirren game. So anyway, I don't think I have anything else to rant about, just that referee does your head in. Oh, by the way, BBC, the commentator in Sports Scene recognised that it hit Gogic and it was going towards the goal and it wasn't in against his body, his arm. So, maybe that should be a penalty. That was it. No analysis after the game, no further comment. Ditto Sky. They show you it once. So, yes, it hits off his hand. No analysis, no comment. If that had been Celtic, they'd have been playing that for the whole of this week. So you're up against the media as well as the refs. So let's hope we can do it, because it'll sicken every one of them if we can just win the league this year. Onwards and upwards. Bring on the Dandy Dons, the Sheep, the worst Aberdeen team probably for about 10 years, I would say.